Oh man. Oh, the sounds Puff Daddy makes when Meek Mill gets up off the floor. XDN has returned again with another one. You know, recently I've used rap lyrics to really analyze certain statements, claims, allegations, headlines, I guess to account for certain events and times in history. And let's talk about this, one of the greatest albums of all time. Now, somebody in the comments, I did a video, I think it's right here. Let me see. Make sure you hit that like button, share the channel, or share the video, subscribe to the channel. I did a video not too long ago, on Dame Dash goes on a pause tirade. That's funny. The Jigga Man, Jay-Z. The original version or the original article of the Source Magazine's original review of Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. Now, in this video, I stated, oh God, Eminem and drag. That's your king, cracker. But and in that video of this, good lord, just seen Eminem in a wig. Yeah, he was at them Diddy parties in pigtails too. Jimmy Iovine's house. He wasn't at the Diddy party. He's at the Interscope Iovine party. But where is Ted Fields? Where is Ted Fields? Anyway, in this video, I stated that to me, and to anyone who really knows hip hop history, who's not biased or someone who is unbiased, Reasonable Doubt has to be top 3 rap albums ever made. Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic, maybe All Eyes on Me, maybe Paid in Full. There's options for that other one. And there were people in the comments who I got up out of here talking about, how could you say that Reasonable Doubt is that high up of an album? What are you talking about? And like, this is just the monkey ignorance of people who claim to know hip hop music. People will argue with me and get offended because I said Reasonable Doubt is a top 3 all-time rap album. I'm sorry. You can't name me like 3 albums better than Reasonable Doubt. Besides Illmatic. What rap album is better than Reasonable Doubt? There are very few. Very few. But this person was like, how you gonna say that? How you gonna put Reasonable Doubt over Cuban Links? I never even mentioned this album because I was making a statement. Like, this is the problem with a lot of you short bus Negroes. See, a lot of you Negroes in the comments, not only do you have dust in your drawers, but you most likely grew up in the free lunch program. Oh, when you were in elementary school, you loved the tater tots. Oh, you was getting the chicken patty every day at lunch. Short bus Negroes. Your mother every day was at the bus stop with both hands on her hips, smoking a square, trying to keep her house coat closed, but it kept blowing open when a car sped by. Cuban Links is one of the greatest albums of all time. I'm sure some dusty monkeys like, but it is up there. Yeah, it is. But that's the person mentioning this made no point. Great. This album is a 5 mic classic. It's not better than Reasonable Doubt. If you like it better, great, that's your opinion. But being unbiased and knowing the history of this, Reasonable Doubt is better than this album. But of course, I've documented this before. You have a bunch of Wu-Tang dick lickers. But the funny thing is about it, in that video, the Source Magazine's original review of this album, I never mentioned Wu-Tang Clan. I'm pretty sure, or meaning, I never mentioned like Cuban Links. I never said nothing against Cuban Links. So I don't know who the people were in the comments. Was for some reason they started going off about Cuban Links being like, I never even mentioned that album. That it had nothing to do with the video. The video is about Reasonable Doubt, and where I was saying it would be ranked if you knew the history and you were unbiased. It's a top 3 album. It might be #1 rap album ever. But this album is one of the greatest albums as well. Classic album cover. Is it smoke coming off the top of their head? What the hell? And one of the greatest records ever is this, Verbal Intercourse. I had a joke, but never mind. Quite possibly my favorite Nas verse of all time. And this verse from Nas on this song is one of the best Nas verses. And this actual verse is from his demo tape in 91. He recycled this verse from his demo tape. The same demo tape that Def Jam told him, we don't want to sign you. You sound too much like Coogee Rap and Rakim. So this song, this verse from Nas, through the lights, cameras, and action, this infamous verse, it's from his demo in 91, and it's from a song called Deja Vu. And Deja Vu, to me, is Nas's greatest song he ever made. Fire. 1995. I mean, what a beautiful time in hip hop. Biggie Smalls is number one. You got, the Wu-Tang Clan's established. Method Man, You're All I Need, both versions. And You're All I Need. Oh, here's another one to get the Negroes with the draws with stains on them. Method Man, You're All I Need. The Puff Daddy remix is the best version. The Razor Sharp remix is not the best version. The Puffy remix is the best version. But I'm sure there'll be monkeys in the comments arguing that, and I'm gonna just block your ass because this channel's about me, not none of you. I mean, hit the like button, but this channel's about me, my views, not yours. No comment. I had to put my logo on Diddy's head. That's not the first thing he's ever had on his head. Classic verse from Nas. Raekwon, tremendous verse, something about white children building, licking plates. But when you get to Ghostface and his verse, was the man dissing Tupac Shakur? The time Ghostface dissed Tupac Shakur. Like I said, 1995, a beautiful time. Biggie Smalls is number one. Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear is still, everywhere. Method Man, he's out. ODB, his album has a food stamp or something. The Jizza. It's a beautiful time. Death Row Records is on fire. Dog Pound Dog Food is out. Dr. Dre is on fire. Gang Starr. It's just beautiful, man. Beautiful time. Boot Camp Click. The Bay Area. The South is about to really, 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 really establish itself very soon. Outkast and Master P, in the next couple years, 96, 97, 98, they're going to really, get their spotlight. Scarface the previous year, 94, just dropped The Diary. This is a beautiful time in hip-hop music, 1995. But Biggie Smalls was the number one rapper. But the best rapper in the world, Tupac Shakur, is in Clinton Correctional Facility with a bunch of crackers. And he's still on top of the charts, and Me Against the World is platinum. The first musician, I believe, to be in prison with the number one album in the world, or the country rather, or a platinum album, whatever it was. They let him take extra showers so he can hump Madonna or something. I don't know. And a controversial figure, still is to this day. But Ghostface Killer in this song references him. But was he dissing him? Or was it another type of reference? Because one thing about this internet is, like I just said, you have man worshipers and groupies in abundance. People cannot handle if you criticize someone they worship. But guess what? You're not supposed to worship humans. You worship the Most High or nothing. But no, you're a bunch of worldly people. Not everybody, but a lot of you are worldly individuals. And you've made rappers your God. So you can't handle it if somebody criticizes an Eminem or criticizes 50 Cent or a Kendrick Lamar or Wu-Tang or even Tupac. I made this video not too long ago. Where is it? Where is it? Speaking of Master P, here we go. Kendrick Lamar is becoming the most overrated rapper of all time. A lot of people told me, no, that's Eminem. Oh, here we go right here. Eminem, 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar, Tupac, and the most delusional fan bases in music. Check out this video. It describes a lot of you people. One of my finest videos I've ever posted. And if you see the thumbnail, it's a very special word on Eminem's hat. I don't know why he'd wear that hat, but There's a special phrase on it. But a lot of the Tupac fans, anything that someone says about him that's not worshiping him, you start creaming your trousers. It's amazing. It's like there's people like this for everybody. People get emotional over rappers, basketball players, singers. It's just amazing. You don't know these people. Not every criticism of them is hating. Oh, that's another one. Oh, you just want praise and worship for celebrities, the same celebrities you never knew. They don't know you. They don't care about you. They've done nothing for you and never will. But this is the person you're obsessing over. Now, when I first heard this song, at whatever age it was, I was at the time, when he said the Tupac line, I was like, did he just diss him? Or what did that line mean? Like, I just was like, what did it mean? Ghostface goes, he says, with the green leathers, 100-pound snakes and cakes, fiends found in lakes, jealousy jakes we shake. What I strive for is what I live for. Classic line. Infatuated by material things in this wild life of war. Like somewhere over the rainbow. Over the rainbow. Isn't it, what's that movie? What's the bride who clicked her heels? Was that a reference? Great. What is this reference? This is a reference to, what? I always forget the Wizard of Oz. Why can I never remember the name of that? I always call it the Yellow Brick Road movie. How can I never can remember it's the Wizard of Oz. Why is that? I always called it the Yellow Brick Road. Like somewhere over the rainbow. I see a big pot of gold. So he sees Lucky Charms. He sees he sees Conor McGregor, a pot of gold on a rainbow. Future stacks so I hold. Thousands of cracks bagged up inside the shoebox. Don't keep Jack in my lap. Okay, is that a pause? He don't keep Jack in his lap. In his lab or lap? I could have sworn in the song he said lap. It says lab. I don't know. Is Rap Genius a lot? How are you a lyric site but you write the words wrong? I will never get that. Don't keep Jack in my lab. Don't want to see Tupac. Don't keep Jack in my lab. Don't want to see Tupac. See, at the time, I was like, what is that reference? Is he dissing him? Is he saying don't want to see, like, you know, he's a mainstream artist. I'm tired of seeing the I Get Around video. I don't want to see him on TV. I don't want to meet him. But then it turns out that at this time, Tupac was in Clinton Correctional. And what he's saying is he doesn't want to go to prison. And some mark, they put their annotation, Ghost doesn't keep his stash at home. He uses safe houses instead. The 2 spots he mentions in the next line. Got 2 spots on new lots flooded with rocks. Shootouts making me hot, crooked cops. Bag Tony and the ball drop. In denial, I'm banging because for slot time. What in the fruity hell? He's banging because what type of Puff Daddy? What? See, when you go back and read these lyrics, a lot of these dudes is admitting certain things and telling certain things. What? I keep banging dudes for slot time. He's in Atlantic City? Is he in Vegas and he's banging dudes to get on the slots? What the hell does that mean? The way the police won't find anything if they raid his house. And at the time, Tupac was in prison, so Ghost is not looking to join him there. Oh, that's what he meant. And I found that out later. But I remember for years, I was like, what does that line mean? And it's like, oh, he's saying he's doing this. He doesn't want to end up where Tupac is. And actually, I think it might have been Drink Champs. I can't play the clip, but I think Drink Champs, I think Nori might have asked something like that because there was a segment of the Raekwon Ghostface Drink Champs interview where they did have like a Tupac segment. And I think Nori might have asked Ghostface just to confirm with that line meant. I think it was that interview. If it wasn't Drink Champs, it was another interview. And you know, whatever. And then they played the song Old School because a lot of these people, when it comes to Tupac, a lot of people, they know nothing about his music. A lot of people who dislike him or say nonsense, they're ignorant to him. A lot of these dusty hip hop heads are just like that. I've done this. I've gone on this diatribe many times. A lot of these people, they never know what they're talking about. A lot of these quote unquote hip hop heads, when they don't like Tupac, it's like, have you heard his albums? And it's like, not like his whole albums. Okay, so how can you judge somebody if you never heard an entire album from them? So you only, first of all, if you just saw the music videos, if you just heard the singles, Dear Mama, Keep Your Head Up, I Get Around, California Love, Changes, these are like monstrous songs of substance. How you don't like these songs is beyond me. It just makes no sense. But then, you know, Ghostface and Raekwon, they're kind of expressing like kind of like an ignorance to Tupac in the interview. And then Nori played the song Old School. And when they played the song, then you could see Ghostface and Raekwon. It's like they had their eyes open to a deeper, you know, poetic side of him. Not just him on songs talking about Hennessy and memories and all that. So a lot of these people who speak against Tupac Shakur, they're very ignorant of his work and of him as a person. This is why you need to have information. But this was not a diss. It was a reference of, I'm doing illegal activity and I don't want to end up in the same place he did, where he was at the particular time. And you should know the story. Tupac Shakur gets out in this same year. And he puts out the monstrous All Eyes on Me the next year. And so on and so forth. And, you know, the next year, Ghostface gets his own album, I guess, Iron Man. And that's a classic, another classic. And the Wu-Tang, you know, they kept continuing on and on and on. And, you know, all legends here. Ghostface, Raekwon, Nas, Tupac Shakur. And with that said, XDN wins. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And that is it. If you'd like to support the channel, you can also donate to the Cash App, which is $XDN Online. Or you can hit the thanks button. And it's much appreciated. I'm up out of here.